The National Floor Safety Institute was created in 1997 as a non-for-profit organization. Our focus deals exclusively with education, training, and research. Each year, over 8 million people are the victim of a slip and fall accident, 2 million of which require emergency room treatment. The cost of slips and falls now exceeds over $60 billion. It's a very serious problem. It's a problem that specifically is addressed by our nation's elderly. In fact, the most likely cause of accidental death for an elderly person over the age of 75 is due to an accidental fall.
The leading cause of emergency room visits for injuries are from slip and fall injuries. When covering the emergency room at local hospitals, it's common to see 3 to 5 slip and fall injuries that result in surgical intervention on any given day of the week or weekend.
One of the most common accidents that take place in the home is a slip and fall accident. This is particularly important to note for the elderly. Oftentimes what happens is we discredit the impact of slip resistance as it applies to maintenance. Each of us goes to the grocery store each day or each week and purchases household cleaning products, not taking into account the impact that that cleaning product has on the safety of their floor. In a recent study that we had conducted, we found out of the top 19 household floor cleaners that 13 actually made the floor slippery after a single application. The consumer, of course, doesn't oftentimes recognize that fact, and when they experience a slip and fall accident, don't make the connection between how they're maintaining their floor and the floor itself.
Today, the consumer really has no baseline to make an informed decision on the choice of a product for slip resistance in their home. The evolution of testing is going to offer the consumer a number which is comparable to other products throughout the industry that let them make an informed decision with respect to the slip resistance of a product.
Well, slippery floors inherently are a dangerous factor. You can understand that yourself. When you go into an establishment to do business, you don't want to fall down on the floor, and certainly the proprietor doesn't want you to fall down. We, as the manufacturer of the product, certainly want to produce a product that they can rely upon. If it's the proper product selected, installed properly, and maintained properly, we feel quite confident that our products will indeed create a safe floor condition.
The elderly tend to get injured more often because of osteopenia, loss of bone density, inability to protect themselves when they fall, as well as increased instability, loss of balance, which predisposes them to fall more commonly.
It's very important that we manufacture our products in accordance with industry standards. And a good part of the industry standards involve what we call slip resistance of the material. We use a measurement called coefficient of friction measurement. And the industry standard has certain requirements for us as a manufacturer to meet, and we do that through strict quality control. However, it's very important to point out the responsibility now passes to the installer as well as the end user to maintain that slip resistance which we have built into the product.
One of the things that the National Floor Safety Institute has been successful in developing is a consumer labeling process. We actually certify products like floor coverings, floor care products, and finishes for their safety benefit. Today, the consumer can actually go to the marketplace and select products that are NFSI certified as high traction to prevent slips and falls. The National Floor Safety Institute is a representative body of many different manufacturers, trade associations, and individual researchers, all of which have come together to develop solutions to prevent slip and fall accidents. In that process, what we have learned is that many of these accidents can be prevented, oftentimes quite easily. Today's consumer has really no way of knowing whether the cleaning product they're purchasing has any impact on the slip resistance of their floor. Many household floor cleaning products, based on our research, actually reduce the slip resistance or make floors slippery. Those products oftentimes contain heavy fragrances and leave a highly reflective or shiny appearance after the product has been applied. That trade, if you will, of appearance for safety is one thing that the consumer oftentimes doesn't understand. One of the things we want to do is provide a consumer awareness message that focuses on the benefit of accident prevention when making selections of floor care products. That's done through the NFSI product certification program.